Hi people, this is a very, very important video. Pay attention. You think the old man's really going crazy, but you need to listen. Watch this. You see how that camera was showing that wood grain? Back in 1992 or 1991, there was a commercial on television. I don't know if it was from AT&T or something like that. But what you just seen there was a grain of wood. That grain of wood was taken at a picnic site. That was the side of a picnic basket, just a little panel of a picnic basket. That picture was backed up gradually. There was a picnic basket. There was a picnic area. Guy and a girl. They were on a little island, and this picture was shot from a satellite. It just gradually backed up all the way up so we could see the whole Earth. That technology was available in 91 or 92. They were showing it off, then after they realized what they've done and gave everybody the information. I only seen it twice, 2 times. That was it. It was high-tech stuff from way back when. A lot of you weren't even living back then. What I'm getting at is, this is what they had back then. This is a long time after that. Technology travels real fast, grows real fast, and it's amazing. Like when the Iraq War we come out with the stealth fighters. They'd never been heard of before. Stealth fighters were something new. Now it's nothing. What I'm getting at is the technology is really important. There's a video from Dixie Cryptid that I want all of you to watch. No matter what you're doing, you're on YouTube, so you can find Dixie Cryptid. It's called A Savage Bigfoot Clan Hunted in BC, Canada. Watch that video. Published January 9th, 2022. This is January 23rd, 2022. This is very important. Watch that video. Like I said before, things are changing. We're going into the quantum system. I'm worried about losing this platform that I'm on right now, but after I've heard a little bit more, I don't think I will. I don't think all the platforms might stay the same, but they're going over to the quantum system. The quantum system is very important. The importance of me talking about this quantum system is, I told you all, the near future is going to be very, very good. All the corruption will be gone. The corrupt will be dealt with. That's going on. That's going on. The whole world's uniting. I can't tell you how, I don't know how I knew all this. It just came out of my mouth about 5 years ago. This is what happened. So, because of the things that come out of my mouth always do happen, I know this will finalize to be really well. It'll be beautiful. So, everybody's been in doubt of what's going on and what is happening with our government and stuff, and it ain't nothing moving fast enough. It's moving faster than you can think. It just takes a lot. The NESARA system is kicking in, which involves a lot of stuff. And like I said before, what goes on with our government's got a lot to do with our lives, with our foots. We all seem to care about the foot, so we wouldn't be on this channel. Now, the important thing, what I'm telling you is, watch that video. Cam on that show, he says, I don't know if it's true or not. I believe it is, because I haven't heard enough detail to know that this guy is talking about stuff that fits in the realm of things. Remember, I told you people a long time ago, I had a military helicopter sit down back here in my gorge back here behind my house. My kids seen it. And after doing everything I'm doing now, it all made sense. They were back here at my place hunting for the foots. Look up this thing about British Columbia, and you'll find out what's going on with that. Things going on with they're coming out with about all the aliens and stuff like that. You're hearing a lot of this kind of stuff. This stuff is it's all true. I don't know how to tell anybody to deal with it when it comes their way, but it's all true. The important part of what I'm saying is this quantum system, what the government is doing right now. You've heard the expression, you can run, but you can't hide. Well, hasn't been true. They've just recently, if all of you are paying attention to what's going on, they've just set up tons of satellites up into space. I don't know, a bunch of them on one missiles went up, took a bunch of satellites up. They're going up all over. Now, the reason for that is there's been blind spots all over the world where them satellites can't see everything. That comes to a stop. Reason being, all these corrupt people that are running won't have no place to hide. There's dead spots around Earth that these satellites can't see things. There's just dead spots. It's like, with your cell phone, you go to someplace, it's a dead spot. You can't hear nothing. Okay, satellites have the same problem. They can't see everything going on right now. This quantum system with the satellites going up, there's no place on Earth they cannot see. Now, the reason for this is, plus the dumbs, they're blowing up all the dumbs, the underground tunnels. They're eliminating that possibility of hiding in there. The point to all this is, the corrupt have done these tunnels to hide in, done these things to have things like this going on in. And those are being eliminated. When we start taking these people out, well, we are taking them out right now. The corrupt are being taken out. And when we get done, they will not be able to hide. Nobody will be able to hide. I just showed you what that little block of wood looked like on my television. That was my television screen, just a block of wood. And it backed all the way up from, that was seen from a satellite. You've heard them talk about, well, they can read your license plates from a satellite. They can hear every word you're saying from a satellite with what's going on. The technology is so ridiculous. It's unreal. They could probably tell you how many sheets of toilet paper you use if you ask them. But what I'm getting at is, this is bad for the foots. That's why I say watch this video. The technology where they can find them and stuff is a lot of it's in this video, and this is not current. This has happened a while back. So that technology has improved. My concern is, in this video, they killed 11 foots, all male, all doing bad things. Like I said, I have my critters that are good. Many of them are good. Steve on How to Hunt, he talks about all the good things a lot of them have done. And there's more to be said that people don't even talk about, that the foots do for people. And I cannot believe they're evil. They might have come from evil at one time, but they're not evil. The video from was on How to Hunt, and it also was on Buckeye Bigfoot, about the girl having a clan she talked to, and a big one come in and scared them all away. Them's the bad ones. And I believe them are alien orientated, or that's who they deal with. That foot was told to that girl that Bigfoot come in there he come in there and says, that's the one that eats people. Try to find that video on Buckeye Bigfoot or How to Hunt. It's on one of them. They talk about it. It's been read off. That's when I had the big one come through my yard. We thought it was a dog man because it was so big. It was just way past the size of what we have here now. Well, this is what they are. So, anyway, this stuff, man, I know I sound like a crazy person telling you all this, but this is all facts. This is what's going on. These foots that they eliminated, there was 11 of them, and rightfully so. They're the bad ones. They'd had kidnapped young girls, kept them for a long time, raised them up and bred with them, created little ones. This is all in the video. Uh, this ranger happened to see what was going on, couldn't do nothing about it, so he called it in, and they come out. Team went out and took care of it. I just want you to see the technology. Pay attention to the technology they use to track them. Anyhow, these are the bad foots. They're making it bad for the ones that are good. I don't know how to separate them, and I don't think the government does. I'm afraid with the technology they got, the quantum system coming in, this is why I'm trying to get them protected. I don't know how to separate them, but the foots are in danger, and it's not good. So anyway, comparing the foots to people, we have what you call human trafficking going on, where they take thousands of children, torture them, put them out for sexual purposes, uh, sacrifice them. This is what a huge group of our breed of human do. And that cannot compare to nothing that this handful of foots is doing. Granted, it's wrong. They got no business doing this to kids and stuff like that. There's nothing, I don't know how to deal with this yet. I want to try to talk to them and see what I can come up with. Sometimes I don't even know who I'm talking to out there when I talk to the foots. But the bottom line of it is, we are worse than the foots. Our breed of human is worse than the foots. Just stop and look at all the stuff that goes on in this world. And when you get looking at what this big conglomeration of terroristic people that do this stuff to these children, and trafficking these children, and doing this stuff, this is what's going on. So my concern right now is, if they get the technology, they have the technology. If everything settles down, which it's going to, I'm hoping they don't revert to going out and just eliminating the foots. I hope, because there are good ones out there. And I want you to know, if you look up Mount St. Helen, about the explosion of Mount St. Helen, they talk about the Bigfoots that this one National Guard guy put out the information on. The government knows about them. The government up there in Canada, maybe there's supposed to be an American troops involved in that up there in Canada, in BC, where they took out the 11 Bigfoot. Americans know about it. They hauled the carcasses off to some place, I don't know where. They were big ones. I mean, one was like 1,400 pounds. So this is all in that video. Believe me, my opinion, this is all true, because I keep up on all these things. And I can't give you exact data on the technology and stuff like that. I just know what's happening. Like I said, it's coming to the point, the corrupt are being dealt with right now. The corruption will soon be gone. Now, how the government, how the rest of the world looks at the foots, I don't know. But I know they're not all bad. There's many things come up. They do good things for lots of people. They've done good things for me without it. Nobody has to ask them nothing. They just do what they got to do for you. But there's the bad ones out there, just like we have the bad people. So I urge you to watch that video. Pay attention to the news, if you would, on some of the Patriot stations, and you'll learn some of what's going on. Go back on some of the older Patriot station podcasts or whatever, and look at the older information that you might have missed. And this all relates to the foots. You know, they don't deserve all this just because there's some bad ones. They, like I say, they were here before us. They were fighting off dinosaurs for the damn aliens that they brought them here. And they told me this. I've said it before. And that's just the way it is. This is very important. Pay attention. Somehow we need to get together and work on this. I don't know how. But well, look, I'm running out of time. Thank you for watching. subscribe, hit the recall button, the bell, whatever, and I'll get back with you. Thank you very much.